Adrien's Competition by Gyni. Alternate ending to this fanfiction. I said to leave her alone, Ethan. Adrien's voice came from around the edge of the building. Marinette inched around the building to find Adrien and Ethan. Oh no, not him again. Marinette was about to head back inside. Bro, you're telling me to leave Marinette alone. Cat Noir is telling me to leave her alone. Her friend Allie is throwing me down flights of stairs. What is up with this girl? Alia. Adrien corrected his friend. Threw you down the stairs because you pretended to be Cat Noir and climbed into Marinette's bedroom. Adrien reminded him. Cat Noir told you to leave her alone because they're friends and you're not taking a no for an answer. Adrien ticked off the reasons on his fingers. And I'm telling you to back off because Marinette is my girlfriend. Adrien froze at his own words. He didn't know where it came from, but the words were there. You said she was your friend. Ethan narrowed his eyes at his blonde counterpart. Yeah, and now she's my girlfriend. Adrien wasn't really in control of his own mouth anymore, but he didn't really want to take the words back either. You conniving! Ethan trailed off when he caught sight of Marinette. You said you didn't have a boyfriend. Ethan glowered at her. Marinette trailed off and looked at Adrien as he walked beside her and wrapped his arm around her shoulders. She didn't when you asked. Adrien stood beside Marinette, slipping into somewhat of his Cat Noir alter ego. I get it. Ethan laughed and shook his head. Lame attempt, aggressed. But Marinette is just that. My Marinette. Marinette was tired and annoyed and flustered and at the end of her rope. No, I'm not! She yelled. Adrien smirked to Ethan. I am not your Marinette. I am not playing hard to get, and you are a really bad listener, Ethan. Marinette's face flushed in her outburst. I've asked you to leave me alone. I've ignored your texts, and I don't accept any of your gifts. What more of a no do you want? Marinette breathed a sigh of relief. It felt so good to get that off her chest finally. Agrest still isn't your boyfriend. Ethan smiled. So, I still have a chance with you. No, you don't! Marinette was cut off by a pair of lips she only had ever dreamed would be touching hers. Adrien pulled back and turned a smug look on Ethan. See? My girlfriend. Adrien kept his arm around Marinette. Marinette was thankful for it because her legs felt like jelly at the moment. Ethan just stood there, staring. Marinette looked up and at this angle, the light created a sort of silhouette. And the way Adrien held her and stood over her kind of made him look like Cat Noir. Whatever. Ethan threw his hands up. He was going to get Agrest for this. Oh boy. Was Agrest going to pay for making a fool out of him and take his girl all in one foul swoop? Finally! Alia cheered, smiling at her BFF from afar. Adrien didn't lose the smug look until Ethan was far out of sight. He looked down at Marinette, whose face was beet red, and his arms stood around her shoulders. His actions caught up to him and he leapt back. I'm so sorry, Marinette, he exclaimed. I shouldn't have done that without your permission. I was just trying to help. Adrien's face flushed bright red. Alia slapped him on the back. Way to go, Agrest! She congratulated him. Finally got the girl, and finally got rid of that jerk all at once. Marinette just stood there, red-faced, flustered, and walking on the clouds. Adrien kissed me, she thought dreamily. Thanks, Alia, but... Adrien looked to Marinette. Was that okay? He asked Marinette. Marinette managed to nod. Alia said you would be ecstatic about it, Adrien said. Said she that you had a crush on me. Marinette's dream broke. You told him what? Marinette whined. Alia! I knew you didn't. Adrien fell to his knees, defeated. I knew it was too good to be true. I'm so sorry, Marinette. I thought you wanted me to kiss you. No! I did! Marinette quickly corrected herself. You did? Adrien asked her. She nodded so hard Adrien thought it might fall. Her head so hard Alia thought it might fall right off her shoulders. Marinette collapsed to her knees in front of Adrien. She just wasn't supposed to tell you because I wanted to tell you. Marinette hesitantly reached out to rest her hand on his. How come you never did? Adrien asked. I was too chicken to. She dropped her head, her cheeks turning an even darker shade of red. You! Chicken! Adrien laughed. Yeah, right. You're one of the bravest people I know. Really? Marinette lifted her eyes to look back to Adrien. The sun was really making his blonde hair shine, and illuminating the green in his eyes. Such a familiar green, Marinette noted. She also noticed his hair was a bit messier than usual. Okay, Marinette thought. Now he's really starting to look like. She shook the thought away. No, I'm not. Marinette sighed. I still didn't tell you. Well, Adrien tilted his head. Tell me now. But you already know. Marinette giggled. I know what Alia told me, he corrected. Not what you wanted to tell me. He looked her over. She looked so cute, all flustered and red-faced. Man, she was so brave the way she had handled Ethan. And she was always helping other people, and she had some of the most beautiful eyes Adrien had ever seen. When did I start loving Marinette? Adrien wondered. Like I love Ladybug. The realization made him freeze. Well, Marinette started, gathering her courage. I think you're one of the most amazing and nicest and kind-hearted people I've ever met. And I'd really like it if you would go on a date with me, Adrien agreed. Adrien froze. He had known the last part was coming, but he didn't know that's why she liked him. Didn't know that's what she even thought of him. I'd be honoured to go on a date with you, Marinette. Adrien offered his hand to her and helped her to her feet. No! Shrieked Chloe. You can't like her! We're perfect together, Adriekins! Chloe fell to her knees in front of Adrien. I think that's a very singular perspective on your part. Adrien looked to Marinette. I think this is perfect. As Adrien, he and Marinette didn't get to talk or hang out as much as he wanted, but he had seen another side to her when he visited her as Cat Noir. He didn't even realise it, but slowly Cat Noir had started to fall in love with her, and Adrien followed. End of the alternate ending. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this. That's gorgeous. That's amazing. A bit rushed, but at the same time very episodic, which fits with the pacing of the show. Anyway, there's one more minor chapter after this, so I'm actually going to just do that here. It's really, really short. Okay, so this is going to be the last video of this series. Okay, here we go. Marinette's life has just barely gotten back to normal. Her parents have finally allowed her to go out with her friends once again, unaccompanied, and the Akuma attacks had been pretty low. No word from Ethan. Marinette can actually have a conversation with Adrien and her friends, and her had never been closer. Things are finally normal. Until Ethan's anger gets the best of him, and Hawkmoth can't help but send help. Unaware that he's putting his own son in danger, Hawkmoth turns Ethan into Prince Charming. Now Prince Charming wants his princess, and he's willing to remove anyone from his path to get to her. Alia, the annoying friend who decked him. Adrien, the villain who deceived his princess and took her away. And Nino, who is... What would Adrien be without his sidekick? Her family. He'd get them for trying to keep his princess away from him. He'd get them all. As Marinette's friends diminished and Cat Noir grows more desperate to keep his princess safe, Marinette must find the strength to save herself. And not only to save everybody. Not only as Ladybug, but as herself. End of the story. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed this. I will be reading that final battle bit there. I honestly had forgotten that even existed. So I'll be right back with that. Anyway, remember to like, comment and subscribe. Hit that bell to get notified for whenever I upload a new video. Have a good day, night or other time zone you're in. Bye my guys, gals and non-binary pals. I'll see you in another video. Bye!